All right, reading today. You have either at your desk or at home, you can copy these and print these off. Okay, or you can just move them over to Notability and complete them. You don't have to necessarily put it all together. Okay, but you have 6 copies. They're all the same except the directions down below are a little different. Okay, on each globe, there is a figurative language. What's figurative language? Ooh, Maya, what is that? Right, so a figurative language is something that is generally not meant literally. And we've talked about raining cats and dogs, right? We don't literally mean it's going to rain cats and dogs. We just mean it's raining hard. Okay? So you have 6 different figurative languages, 1 on each snow globe. Okay, so you're going to, on the bottom of the snow globe, write a definition, okay, about what that particular figurative language is. Then in this bottom portion, where on a snow globe is typically snow, right? You're going to write your own figurative language example for that particular type. So for metaphor, you'd write a metaphor in here. For onomatopoeia, you'd write an example of an onomatopoeia in here. Okay, and so on. So there are 6 of them. So here is, this is an idiom. Okay, you can see I made my picture goes at the top. That is my one I did, and this is the definition. Definition at the bottom, your example of an idiom or a metaphor, whatever one you're on, and then your picture to go with it. So mine says, she was on cloud 9 as her sled sailed down the hill. Was she really on a cloud 9? No. What did that mean? What was I implying she was doing, or what was happening? Josh?
He was really having fun.
Yeah, she was really having a great time sledding. So I have my cloud that looks like a 9, and I have my person sitting on top of it. Okay, so that's my picture that would be seen in the snow globe with my saying, and then down here's the definition. So an idiom is an expression that isn't meant literally. Okay? So you are going to design, color, and then cut out. So I would do all the designing and the writing and everything first before cutting these out. Okay? All that gets done first. Then you'll cut them out and put it together. There's a separate video showing you how to put it together, because I'm not going to show you now because it gets confusing. It's actually pretty simple, but I want you to focus on one task at a time. So right now your first job is to fill in those definitions, find an example, think of one you can write in there, okay, you can't use mine, and then give it a picture.
Wait,
You can't use this one, you gotta think of your own.
but what about the definition?
The definition
Yeah,
you could
that
use.
would be the-
And where would you find these definitions?
Ooh.
Where are they at, Brendan? They might be. Where else are they at? Ava? They're in your reading notebook. And if you didn't write them in your reading notebook, then you're going to have to search around for them.
In the dictionary.
Okay? But they should all be in your reading notebook. So you're designing your snow globes. That's your main job today. You'll have time tomorrow to work on this too, so don't hurry up and try and get it done. Take your time. Make them look neat. Because when you're done, now I didn't do all of my sides. I got another one over here. When you're done, it's like a little 3D snow globe, and it'll actually stand, and you can use it as like a centerpiece or decoration for the holidays. When you are done, you're going to submit a picture to Updates so we can see your snow globe. So pick like 2 sides that you want to take a picture of and submit those sides once you have it all done.
Wait, so we don't
Okay?
have to do all of them, we just have to do 2?
No, you're doing all of them because you're going to make this. But you're only going to submit. You can do, if you want to take a picture of the whole thing, done, and then get a close-up. Because if I were to take a picture of this, you're not really going to see very clearly what I wrote or what I did. So you might have to get a couple of close pictures too. Okay? So designing, and getting them all laid out and decorated and planned today. Tomorrow, then you could spend some time putting it together or finishing them up. Okay, there's a second video, so, and it says snow globe assembly because it tells you just how to put it together. Okay, and it shows me putting this one together because it's a little easier than me trying to explain it now. Any question?
Can we use Webster's?
For what?
For looking up the definition.
First, you need to use your reading notebook, because you should have written them down. Everybody should have them written down in your reading notebook. We shouldn't need to look them up on our iPads. Claire?
I did learn.
Right, you weren't in here, so you'll have to look them up, okay? Or borrow somebody's notebook, because they should have a definition and an example. Kenny?
On mine, I had to get I used a new reading notebook because,
Well, you should have kept the old one.
well, I didn't know where it went.
Well, you'll have to figure out how to get definitions then. Good question, Josh? Okay. Other questions? All right. You'll have to